So if you went out and you've downloaded that PDF of the final rule for Regulation F, you open it up, bam, you have 360 something pages that you have to read. So that's normally where businesses start to freak out. They're like, I got to read a book. I haven't had to deal with this in the past. So how is it possible that I'm going to be able to understand all this? Well, first thing I can say is just take a deep breath. Most of those 350 something pages have been in existence for several years. Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. So today we're going to kind of talk about something a little bit different, and that is how to kind of interpret some of the regulations that are kind of coming down the pike that might involve your business now when it comes to accounts receivable, billing, and debt collections. So by now you've probably heard there are some regulations that are coming close to an effective date. And within like a month and a half, you're going to have compliance controls in place and have a better understanding of what's going on with your accounts receivable. Not just what you're doing in-house, but also what happens when you hand those off to your third-party billing or debt collection partner. So if you went out and you've downloaded that PDF of the final rule for Regulation F, you open it up, bam, you have 360 something pages that you have to read. So that's normally where businesses start to freak out. They're like, I got to read a book. I haven't had to deal with this in the past. So how is it possible that I'm going to be able to understand all this? Well, first thing I can say is just take a deep breath. Most of those 350 something pages have been in existence for several years. Chances are you're doing most of what's in there already. And even with the changes, you might even be doing those changes already and have been doing them for a long time. So the first thing you want to do is you want to understand what the FTC and CFPB's role is when it comes to accounts receivable or consumer finance in general. So the FTC kind of has a dual purpose. They're supposed to serve both consumers and businesses. For consumers, they're supposed to protect consumers, right? For businesses, they're supposed to promote competition. So of course, regulations that are created and enforced by the CFPB, especially when it comes to consumers, are supposed to outline different behaviors that we're supposed to practice in order to make that relationship successful. But if you're a business that is encouraged by innovation, that means you are normally anticipating and responding to changes in the market, then there's a good chance that the changes that come down the pike both today and in the future are things that you already are doing. But this is how you approach it. Instead of freaking out because you might have to read this long book, I encourage everyone to kind of sign up for different listservs with different associations. Associations not just with your industry, but also in the accounts receivable management industry. Because a lot of times they will send you summaries of what these changes are. So with those summaries, you can open up that document, go to the subheadings, and usually find the information that you need where you can quickly become compliant with whatever these changes are. But as always, check with your attorney. Chances are, they know what these regulations are. They know what changes you might have to make in order to get in compliance with these new regulations. So you're going to get some guidance from them as well. But it doesn't mean that you can't kind of familiarize yourself with whatever these changes are ahead of time. So I don't know if this video is helpful. It's really just kind of a video to really just kind of let you know it's not that big of a deal. It's nothing to get too freaked out about. There are a lot of people that are going through the same thing you are. So just kind of develop a system to kind of manage these changes. Have a process that you go through when new regulations are put into place. And then kind of follow that process when it happens in the future, because it will happen again in the future. But I think I've talked enough about this for today. As always, be well, be safe, don't take any unnecessary risk, and I hope to talk with a lot of you soon. Take care. Hello, Sean Martin, Director of Business Engagement. So if you like this video, be sure to follow us on LinkedIn and YouTube. But don't forget to visit our website, check out the services we have to offer. Essentially, Partners Financial Services is a full-service accounts receivable management firm. So we specialize in billing, loan servicing, and debt collections. Some of the industries that we serve are the education industry, everything from a proprietary school all the way up to a college, university, higher educational level. Also banking, financial institutions, credit unions, and then a handful of miscellaneous industries that we do some debt collections for. So yeah, give us a call, send us an email, let us know what you have in mind, and we can see if our services can line up with your objectives and help you get in a better place than you are today.